Next section. Yogi Bhajan on distance therapy. Subsection. A funny idea. Below follows a direct quote from Yogi Bhajan, not polished by any of his staff. We must warn you that his reasoning is not always logical, his words sound strange, and his sentences can take weird turns. We quote him verbatim, to give you a realistic idea of how he spoke to his disciples. In the summer of 1975, Yogi Bhajan shared a funny idea that had occurred to him as he pondered ways to apply his distance therapy. He had wondered what use this life was if children had to suffer the same things as adults. He had given 3 children distance therapy so they could stand and understand how to live and what to live for.
None of our children will suffer. You know, I was thinking about that day when I was talking to Larry.
Larry was one of his first ashram leaders.
I said, Larry, we should do something very funny. He said, what? I said, it's really very funny. You know, you should have Siri Singh Sahib Corporation to adopt all children, and then you leave them for residential purpose with their parents. He said, what? I said, man, if they will know they are on leave, they will at least behave. And when they don't behave, I'll have to get my little ones back. He said, Yogiji, idea is great, but already people are very much in trouble. I said, I know that.
Bhajan never pursued his adoption idea. However, he did about everything else to make his distance therapy a success. At the summer solstice event in 1975, he addressed the 3 mothers about it.
I want you not to be emotional in deciding the fate of your children. There is a security of distance. If the child is not given the security of distance, he will after 11 years try to run away from the parents. If we will not raise our children away from us, then they will run away from us anyway. Remember, don't pass on your negativity to your children. You have to learn to be parents before you can expect your children to be children. We will allow those to be parents who can be parents to all the children, not those who want to be parents only to their children. Khalsa is the parents.
Next subsection. You are neurotics. 2 years later, in 1977, he said,
we have experimented in 3HO the distance therapy. When the child is little, send him to a training school. Let him come in the holidays, he will long to come home. Love him and tell him one thing, my dear child, you are born out of me, but you are born to learn, and your real parents is the learning institution. My dear child, your mother is the mother universe, and your father is the heavenly divinity and the dignity.
While he spoke softly at first, now he starts shouting, spitting out certain words.
You have to go away. The child has to live without you, and make him strong enough that without you, it can always feel you within him. As the child was within you, he must feel the parents within him. And this is called the balance. This is called the equilibrium. Without that, there is no child complete.
He switches to a mean tone.
You don't know a thing. 250 million people of United States of America do not know this thing at all, basically.
Shouting in a high-pitched voice.
Everything is balanced when the child is in you. When he is out of you, you should be in him or in her.
His tone softens again.
There is no distance. Then time and space will never upset you.
A longer silence follows, and then he says mockingly,
You are just like fools. Run after the child, my child, my child, my child.
6 years later, in 1983, he was pretty clear about his intentions.
Forget about some of you who are neurotics. I have nothing to do with you, you can do whatever you want. But finally, I want to have, in 2 generations, children which are competent and capable, who can stand stress, absolutely make no suffering with allergies, absolutely do not have any major disease such as cancer, such as this, such as that, or main 5-6 killing disease can be totally eliminated. That's what my purpose is. And that's what I am teaching at ladies camp. The doctor is very much involved. There is a difference between a 3HO child and the other child. 3HO child will smile openly. Others won't. 3HO child will get into a trauma and forget it very fast. Everybody is against me here.
He meant related to sending children to India.
It's a very hot subject, and I know you are very insane Americans, and you will never understand what I am talking to you today. Children have no future without you, this is what you think. I think children have brighter and better future without you. Totally, and I am very convinced of it. You are neurotics. What, you are going to inject your neurosis to the children? What I believe is we will have the most intelligent and self-contained child for tomorrow. For that, I need a woman. I don't need a traumatic, idiot, good-looking prostitute. Neither I am looking for very intellectual, sad, neurotic person. I need a very simple, honest, God-loving woman. Simple woman, very simple, very beautiful, very creative. And I need a very honest, very truthful and very together God-loving man. It is essential. Seed and the ground. We believe in 1 or 2 or 3 generations. We'll be in a position to produce, according to all human scriptures, a race of people who can understand, who can raise, and who can have children worth to be the proud of.
A few months later, he preached about the same topic in the Gurdwara.
To save our children from drug and sex orientation, which is a terrible disease of this country and this modern age, there is hardly any corner to. We have sent our children 12,000 miles away into Missouri, just to be away from that effects. See? It is not our irresponsibility. Rather, it is our love and affection, and our graceful attitude towards our children.
Next subsection. Younger rather than older. In July 1984, Sikh Dharma announced the next year's school program in India. The letter mentioned that in 1984, 108 American Sikh children attended the school in Missouri in the Uttarakhand region. Most of them had been there for 2 years. Now, applications were expected for the following year's program. The final directive was,
as far as at what age to consider sending your child, we recommend younger rather than older. Again, this year many 5 and 6-year-olds will be going.
Next subsection. People are not kangaroos. In that same month, July 1984, Yogi Bhajan lectured at women's camp in Espanola on the topic The Art of Communication. He invited women to stand up and confront him in a one-on-one conversation. They were allowed to bring difficult questions and even attack him. He would show them how to neutralize offensiveness in a conversation. Different women accepted the challenge. One asked why so many people had left 3HO in the last 6 months. He used this question to show them how to create duality if challenged. They should always remain courteous, extremely firm, and absolutely confusing to the other party. During an interrogation, if you cannot confuse, you have already lost the case.
Never offend people with whom you communicate. It doesn't matter how neurotic they are. Confuse them.
The teaching was, never enter a fight but confuse and diffuse people and their personalities. After closing this case, the next brave woman stepped to the microphone and launched her question, what is the best way to run an ashram? After some back and forth, the smooth and polite conversation ended. She went back to her seat. I switched to the present tense here, to give you a better sense of the atmosphere in the following conversation.
Next,
Shouts Bhajan. The video camera focuses on the master, sitting on stage, cross-legged, in a crisp white robe and ditto turban. His amused eyes follow the new candidate, walking to the microphone. A mocking smile appears on his face. He shuffles back and forth.
Oh wow. Now it's going to be fun.
The giggles in the audience tell us that they too know this can get spicy. The camera turns to the skinny young woman, who is the subject of all this commotion. She seems unable to keep her upper body still, as if she is standing on a wobbling surface. She's dressed all in white like everyone else, with a long white veil pinned to the front of her towering turban. A princess among princesses. Although she seems nervous, her high voice sounds sharp and clear. Her gaze remains fixed on Bhajan.
I hear you people like to send your children away to the other side of the world.
This is the 3rd year 3HO children are sent to boarding schools in India.
Oh yeah? Do you mean the other side of the world, beyond or within the earth?
The audience chuckles at his joke.
No, specifically, I have heard that you send all your children away to India.
Oh, when did you hear that?
I have just been around in the ashram. People tell me their children are gone.
Gone.
Yogi Bhajan feigns surprise, which prompts laughter from the audience.
And did they tell you why they are gone?
Well, I asked them if they miss them.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. First, you heard that children are gone. Don't we agree to that?
The audience laughs nervously. The young woman joins in and wiggles even more.
Yes.
And did you hear why they are gone?
No, can you tell me why they are gone?
Oh, no. Ask them.
Well, I wanted to ask you because,
I am not gone, I am not a child.
well, I can't afford the airplane ticket to ask the children, so I thought I would.
No, ask the parents from where you heard.
Well, they got the idea from you. So I wanted to ask you.
They got the idea from me?
Again he fakes amazement, eliciting loud laughter.
Yes.
What was the idea?
To send the children away.
It is very quiet now.
No, we didn't send them away. Children are very much with us.
Laughter reappears.
No, my dear sweet lady, please, for God's sake, our children are with us very much, every day, every minute of the breath. We love them. We have them. We are very good parents.
Well, I think this is such a great country that I just don't understand why you want to send them where everyone is poor.
Nervous giggles well up again. Bhajan shakes his head in the negative, and his voice grows more serious.
Our children are with us. They are very rich. They are in a very beautiful environment and they are very rich. They are very great Americans. But I don't think people should not have the right to visit. They are just great Americans and have the right to visit, don't they?
They do. But I think they are going to get brainwashed.
Oh, thank God, with what?
The audience again bursts into frenetic laughter.
With soap? Brainwashed with what?
You know, brainwashed where they won't have the same American values as great people in this country.
Oh yeah? And people get brainwashed? Here? In America, is there a place for brainwashing here?
No, we are a free country.
That's what it is. They are free children. Nobody can brainwash them.
But did they really want to go?
She stresses the word really. Yogi Bhajan is silent for a moment and looks her straight in the eye. And when he starts speaking, he articulates each word loud and clear.
That it seems to be a situation of reality.
A long silence follows.
But do you really think they have gone?
They seem to be gone.
Nervous giggles add to the palpable tension. Bhajan straightens his back as if to end the conversation here.
Well, basically, you can live with your misunderstanding. And please understand, our children neither are gone, nor they are gone to be brainwashed, nor they are gone away from us. The basic idea is that we wanted them to be grown as great people. They wanted to be experienced. They want to run around. They want to see the whole world, and they are just here.
Okay, you can have your feelings and I have mine.
A nervous laugh accompanies her words.
That is true. And perhaps one day, as a mother, you will like to request me to send your child on the world trip too.
Oh no, I would miss them too much. They need me.
The audience laughs loudly, as if they know what she is bringing down on herself. He smiles.
Well, you must understand, some people are like kangaroos.
Exuberant laughter.
And they keep their children in their belly bag. Some people want to give them values that they can grow and be strong and walk their own foundation and feel themselves. I think that's what America is about. But I never knew in America, lot of kangaroos have taken birth in human bodies. I am pretty confused.
I am insulted.
She mutters this while her whole body shakes in laughter, or perhaps weeping. There are no tears though. The audience laugh their heads off, and Bhajan laughs along while he seems to be bothered by something.
You said something I didn't hear.
Oh, it was insulting to me that you were saying I was like a kangaroo, because I
didn't say. My God, please, lady, I said some people are like kangaroos. Please, that's not the idea. You are not a kangaroo. I mean, you are not. I can see you are a beautiful lady. Oh, you know what I mean is, some people are like kangaroos. They feel that they have to have a belly bag and keep the kid in there and run around and.
Well, that's the natural way to keep your children with you. God created us to have them.
My basic idea is, why to deliver them after 9 months? Why not deliver after 6 years? It's a matter of thought, it's a matter of feeling. My personal feeling is this.
YB starts speaking very fast now. He is rattling on, in fact.
A child is born in the grace of God and has the domain and has the destiny and has to walk and has to be and all that. As parents, we can do and keep them in the love and keep them in the bondage of our own love and affection and vibration and keep them wherever they are. They are within the reach of our prayer and they are within reach of our projection. We are very beautiful people, but we are not kangaroos. We are not. We want our children to see the whole planet. We want the children to rule the planet. We want them wherever they go. They spread the light. They are the most innocent angels of God. We don't want to take away their rights. They are all over the world. I think somebody might have tried to misinform you.
Well, thank you for enlightening me.